Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give a moment, make sure everything's set. Like, there's go. Going. Rumble. Why aren't you fresh? Yep. Let me check my other computer. Give me another moment. And looks like everything's good to go. So, let's go and get started. Did I do this one already? Yep, I did this one last week. So, let's not do this one. I forgot to delete this one. And here we go. I'm a little bit out of it. Okay, let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Defend Edition replay. Spelled on the south side as the pink Vietnamese, we have Biscuit. On the north side as the gray Saracens, we have Combi, or Mr. Oso VC8. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Let's see now. Let's give each player civilization bonuses. Vietnamese. They have an archer civilization. Economic positions are revealed at the start of this game, so he knows where his opponent's town center is, which can give him reference of also where relics could be. Economic upgrades cost no wood and research 100% faster. Pretty handy. It saves some resources there, and of course you can get them earlier or just simply cheaper. Archer range units have plus 20% health. Very nice, especially for the skirmishers, and description is free. Unique units are Rattan Archer, which is anti-archer archer, anti-imperial skirmishers. Speaking of skirmishers. Unique text. Chostros. Battle elephants get plus 100 health. Paper money. Lumberjacks generate gold in addition to wood. Wasn't it used to be like some sort of like one-time your entire team's gold benefit? Either way, this is what it is now. And of course, you have access to Imperial Skirmisher upgrade. We do, of course, have the Saracens, Camel, and Naval Civilization. Mar trade costs only 5%, so you get better trades. Just a scout almost dying. So let's slow down for a moment. I think he saw some more scouts in the field. Marcus costs less wood. Transport ships, not important. Galleys, not important. Camel units get plus 10% hit points. New text Camel Rider. Mameluke, which is a Camel Rider, which I think is a knife-throwing or sword-throwing camel. The unique text camels get plus 20% hit points, and cataways, trebuchets, and magnos get plus 15% attack. Team bonus, plus 2 attack versus archer attack versus buildings. And he does still maintain bloodlines, so those camels can get quite healthy. Wait, why are so many villagers here? Looks like I got a Vietnamese tower rush. So it looks like these Vietnamese villagers are not speaking in trees, but speaking in stone towers, which does have a bit of wood inside. He does have an archer here, which does provide some escort, as well as provide one additional arrow, and deny the berry bushes, though archers don't really do a lot of damage versus villagers in this age. They do 3 damage after a loom, so they'll take a good number of arrows to kill them off. Got multiple archers now pull on the field. And remember, Saracen archers does bonus damage versus these palisade walls, not these Ethiopian archers. We do got the scouts now on the field, with murder holes, of course, not available, nor even research. These scouts could rush the tower to get it killed off. Got an additional line of palisade walls there. You just want to abandon the berries and go straight for his defense. And do actually have these scouts potentially could counterattack. You have some these archers here. It does have a spearman here. He saw those scouts, so he went for a defensive spearman, which is a good idea. It needs more housing. and doesn't appear to be building a housing just yet. Oh, there's the housing. Can never. That's probably pretty good property, maybe. Nice view of everything going on. Remember, location, location, location. You got some good damage on the scouts there. The one does die. And it's actually a bit of berries exposed. If the Vietnamese player, yep, I was gonna say, if the Vietnamese player could deploy a mill here and start stealing his opponent's berries. Is it considered laming when involves stealing your opponent's berries, or is it just laming when you're trying to steal your opponent's boar? Because right now he's going to be stealing his opponent's berries, or fruit bush, I should say. It's still berries. Hell, apples are considered a berry, or pears, aren't they? Like those hanging fruit are still considered berries, aren't they? Bananas considered berries? Why when it comes to coffee, that's why one doesn't get to berries, but then again. Now I'm just wondering, are pineapple grows on a bush and is a large thing, is that still considered a berry? What makes a berry as opposed to not a berry, I guess, when it comes to fruits? I'm trying to think now what fruit is not a berry. Tomatoes. That's a vine. Do berries grow on vines? Okay, now I'm really getting out of it. We do got maybe some scouts and Ironfire contact. This villager is the most exposed as well as this one. He doesn't have a handful of archers and a spearman. He could start hitting the gold line. Handful of archers here. He's assigned to just steal his opponent's berries. Spearman's getting overwhelmed. Yeah, can't be all by himself. Just too many people there. He may have a big pointy stick. They have a bunch of swords. We do have, of course, a market going on up. The Vietnamese player is maintaining good resource collection. He does have enough to age up of gold, just needs a bit more food. Spearman does get a couple free pokes there. And the scouts can't do much now with some spearmen nearby. There's also some wall segments there. Coconut. That is not a berry. Was coconuts considered a fruit? Or was it considered the protein group since like other nuts? Okay, now that is a stupid question. Scouts go down, does scout one of the villagers there. And we do have a nice set of walls over there, and be able to plant gold, stone, and has another deposit of gold within his borders. Very, very good. The Vietnamese player has not deployed any borders just yet. Does have a good amount of stone and gold he can still claim. Backline stone very safe as well. And this gold up here, a nice castle right there. Can help him let him claim this gold and stone there as well. We have a defensive tower here. And down do we have Castle Age for the Vietnamese player. This one is also going for Castle Age and incredibly similar timing. Also go for Blood Knights. Probably going to transition to mass. Probably Knights. The Saracens can get Knights, Camels. Only Knights. They can't equal up the Cavaliers. So you could just start focusing on Knights and the Castle Age. And then I for... See, Vietnamese tend to pull out a large number of archers, so probably Mangonels wouldn't hurt either way. Can't get up to Onager, can't get up to Siege Engineer. Yeah, it looks like both their castle ages nearly identical. Yep, looks like Ink will get his first. Got immediate siege workshop there, eyeing for some Mangonels or Scorpions. Have additional town centers for Magenta. He's been able to apply aggression so he can safely get out additional town centers to start booming up even more. Does have his crossbow research and as well as polypod in the arrow. Yep, both for research. No archer armor at the moment. Ethiopians tend to go for a large number of archers, which they do have increased 20% health. So eyeing for skirmishers wouldn't hurt the Saracen player either. Saracens can go up to, of course, Elite Skirmisher. Very few fast civilizations can't get Elite Skirmishers. And just, I thought he is going to go for the Knights. Knights are good counter to the crossbows. Sorry, you may hear me snacking a little bit on my dinner. Didn't have time to eat dinner, or completely forgot about eating dinner, really. Got good gold deposit there being denied. That's actually his natural gold, so these are actually 2 expansion golds. Which could be easy to secure for castle on top of the high ground there. I do hear the Scorpion throwing some shots into the tower there. So that's actually a great item versus towers. I can also do fine. He could blast one battle ram, quickly knock it down. Now I've got 4 knights pushing forward. They do have some pierce armor, so they have 4 pierce armor total. The crossbows do 7 damage, so that will be 3 damage per arrow. And with their 120 health, that is going to be a lot of arrows. 40 arrows each. He does have 15 archers here, so he could 3-shot knights, but he probably doesn't have ballistics researchers yet. I don't see a university out in the field. There's a monastery, so he may be eyeing to start collecting up some relics. He does get some palisade walls up here. Gray has not appeared to have scouted up too much. Not realizing there is actually opening down here. Actually, no. Those are actually partially built. My bad. More villagers in the build queue. Nice and now in the back line. I hear monks trying to get some conversions off, which are another good item rather than just pick up relics. Nice has pick up any relics. If I show you the quick relic locations, you look at the mini-map here. There's one here. That's safe for pink, contestable. Safe for gray, but it is contestable. And safe for gray here. Overall, I think the relic placement is better for gray. I'm trying to break through this wall there. Oh, that's his own walls there. He just deleted. That may have been misclicked because he deleted every single one right there. Didn't actually select any over here, which was good. The watchtower still has plenty of health. He's breaking down through more palisade walls for the moment. And he does locate the knight that's getting targeted down, so it does put him in patrol move in order to draw the arrow fire. Very, very good. And more knights are being brought on in. He will clear out that watchtower, no problem. Minor victory after all. The watchtowers are easy to deal with in Castle Age. Monks are trying to push their way out. Gray has lost his scouts. One for more villagers has the second villager queue up and going. He's got some stone there as well. So Pink is pulled pretty hard ahead with the villager count there with the triple town centers. And he will still continue to pull ahead with additional town center. This housing is going to go on down. Not much of the berries remain, so Pink did a good job of collecting those up. And Pink will need an eye for some additional housing. Pink does have plenty of wood at the moment. Not realizing that these houses are actually important. We also got Pink in the meantime with Pink house decided to go for wheelbarrow, very good. Now do we have a forward castle here? Could have put on the high ground there. Be able to provide more damage and defense. Also putting the catapult up here will also provide some better defense for the gold deposit. Light cavalry has been researched for gray. Trying to convert something. Vietnamese can go up to cavaliers and light cavalry. No hussars, nor the final melee attack either. Saracens can go up to wholly up to hussars as well, so it has a full trash unit with the whole research go along with it. So the hussars are still perfectly fine. And go eventually for heavy camels, but opponent likely won't deploy out knights or cavaliers. though he could still get the zealotry technology for the Mameluke. We may see some Mameluke play, but unlikely though. Most players don't get their civilization unique unit, even in small numbers. In Castle Age, it's probably a good time to actually deploy out unique units, because you're likely not going to get any upgrades for them. Okay, so both Scorpions there. And now the Knights pushing forward. They seem a little bit slow. Does get one of them converted. Got some Rats and Archers spawn field. He doesn't have husbandry. That's why they seem like they're going so slow. Does go and convert some of those Knights now. Very good. Rats and Archers trying to get overran. He does save them. The monks providing some good healing benefits. Now there's some more corpses here for those grave markers to mark. And this monk does not get the relic there. Very nice. Gray has now pulled out a castle there. I keep on saying keep because of HMR's 4. And Knight will fall back. And probably could get a medic as well. Gray has a 3-town villager queues now. It's just behind by 11 and going for his Imperial Age. Right now, the Vietnamese player is also going for Imperial Age as well, which he could make use of the Imperial Skirmisher upgrade, though hasn't made use of the regular Skirmisher upgrade yet. Raise Iron for additional town center, that'll help even out the villager queues. So does get interrupt there, going for some conversions now. Does get 2 of them converted. I think Vietnamese does have access to chemistry as well. Not chemistry, ballistics. And that scout or villager does go down. Oh, Los decides to delete both those. I don't think they both got killed off there. I think he actually managed to delete those. Like I put forward, those Knights had no scalability when it comes to Imperial Age, so losing them is not a huge issue. Just a big issue. Because Knights in this situation are still pretty useful. Rat and Archers right now have 4 base range, Carnipa 6, 8 damage. Regular Archers have only 7 damage, but does have 1 additional range. That 1 additional range is very important. But if one's using large amount of cavalry, the higher damage could be useful to help overcome the Pierce armor. We've actually got a good number of Rats and Archers. Let's see. Yeah, they have 4 Pierce armor, so I was correct about what they're more of an anti-archer archer. 4 Pierce armor is a significant amount. And he has no archer armor at the moment. In theory, if he gets all the archer armor, that would just be additional 4, so they can go up to 8 Pierce armor, which is the same as a skirmisher. Not sure how much elite skirmisher upgrade goes, but it's just generally like a slight, usually a slight increase like health, I think. Good amount of stone walls protect his flank, very good. This gold deposit could still be eyed to be scared. Sorry, a little bit crowd of fight. We do have the trebuchets now being deployed out by ghost flares. Race cap will see quite a bit of damage there. Iron for counter barrages, but overall just missing. He can go for bombards. So one needs to spot some bombards. He's going for bombards now. He does spot now Pink's additional castle with these skirmishers. Skirmishers right now do have also 4 inherent pierce armor. Saracens can get all the archer armor as well. They too can get 8 pierce armor. And they will have 1 additional range versus the Rat and Archers. I don't know if their elite upgrade does give them 1 additional range. Now they're up to 11 damage, and they do get additional range when they get the upgrade. So they're on the same range as skirmishers. They do have, of course, 11 attack as opposed to arbalist and attack when fully upgraded. And you can go up to Arbalest as well. He needs to get some more archer armor. And that also increases the elite active Rattan archer has 6 base armor. They can go up to 10 pierce armor. That's actually very significant. But the skirmishers still get bonus damage versus, so they still generally good counter for the Rattan archers, but their effects are diminished. It spots a bombard, and now spots a dead bombard. Spots another bombard there, and it goes down. Losing 2 bombards like that is a massive problem, and losing those bombards causing the back of the game now. A little bit anticlimactic, but either way, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Mongols versus Hindustani. Greetings everyone, Andgrade here for another HPyros 2 Definitive Edition replay. On the bottom left side is the red Mongols with TW, number sign 1. On the top right side as the blue Hindustani, we have ZZ Highway. Let's see now, Mongols versus Hindustani. Let's cover the Mongols' benefits. Cavalry Archer Civilization. Cavalry Archers fire 25% faster. Like cavalries, the Hussars step to get plus 30% additional hit points. They still get access to bloodlines. Hunters work 40% faster. Unique unit Magdai, a fan favorite, very good cavalry archer. Does lose damage for siege units. Unique tax, nomads. Lost houses do not decrease population headroom. Drill, siege workshop units move 50% faster. Team bonus, scout cavalry, light cavalry, Hussars get plus 2 line of sight, making it even better what they're supposed to do. Hindustanis, ammo and gunpowder civilization. Villagers cost 5% less in the Dark Age and 10% less in Feudal Age, 15% less in Castle Age, and 20% less in Feudal Age. Camel attacks 25%. Camel riders attack 20% faster. Gunpowder units get +1/+1 armor. Ambio Kazavansari in Feudal Age is not important in 1v1s. Unique units like Elam, a spear wielding infantry unit that doesn't do bonus damage to cavalry, but does move fast and attacks on all lines if I remember correctly. Imperial Camel Rider upgrade. Grand Trunk Road, all gold income is 10% faster and reduces the trading fee to 10%. Shaganti Hand Cannoneer gets +2 range, so making their Hand Cannoneers more of a musketeers than riflemen, honestly. Team bonus, cavalry units, light cavalry units get +2 attack versus buildings, so they're a bit more useful clearing out infrastructure when needed. Scout versus Scout. Blue has 27 health, red has 32 health, so it looks like oh, that is not good. Blue does take the advantage here, has 1 more hit on its opponent. And now we've got red eye for a tower rush. You now have Castle Age. Oh, it's a castle rush. There's probably some pals in here to help absorb it. A single scout won't do much versus these villagers. And these villagers don't... Okay, there's Loom there. He went for the very delayed Loom. You got Castle Age for blue going up. He definitely knows about this castle going on up. Got a house here as well, which also will provide the Mongols quite a bit of population space. Blue has plenty of population space at the moment. Red has a little bit to work with, nothing too significant, and there's plenty of population space now. May want to stop building some of that stuff. Does cancel one of the houses now. Might as well just build off the last one. And 9 steal this gold camp right outside his opponent's base. This palisade gate goes down very quickly. And these walls as well. Now we've got Magadai being employed on the front line as well. Castle Castle can send the boy out pretty quickly, so the Magadai could do some great work here. Mongol player does have Bracer, doesn't bother the arrow at the moment. Magadai does roll some misses there. He may want to play out University as soon as he can. He's actually low on food as well. Does lose a scout, and Magadai just need to patrol around inside his opponent's walls and eye for an opening. There's a potential opening there on this wood line. Blue, what is blue eyeing? Eyeing for bloodlines, go for some camel riders. Or camel scouts at the moment. Ooh, one of the Magnetites do go down. Bit an oversight there. Magnetites do have no inherent pierce armor. There's plenty of food, bit of wood to work with. He does have villagers queued up, spending the rest of his resources on villagers and on Magdai. Magdai running at 5 range, 7 damage. Now let's go for some leather armor. Need to make sure he maintains a villager production. Blue has now gotten a second town center, which is in the one area that's a little bit vulnerable away from his own town centers. This house can go down. Finds that villager there, does not take it out with all ballistics. They have a bit of trouble with accuracy. He doesn't have any villagers queued up at the moment. Cancel it, goes for villagers. He is stealing the gold on the front line, which is good. Blue also sneaked out a town center over here on this gold deposit as well. Very, very good. You may want to sneak out a monastery maybe to get out the monks, to get out some relics. Red does not know about that town center at the moment. He knows that there's going to be a wood line there because that's what the wood is, but not realizing another town center there means he would not be able to do much. He's out of that wounded farm there. At this point in time, he needs to get out a siege workshop and get out some battering rams, in my opinion. Got a siege workshop there. Could be battering rams, could be Magnellos. I think people rely on Magnellos too much. Sometimes you just need a battering ram. Or 5. Inside here, we do have a handful of camel. Are they camel scouts? If the PvP just still camel scouts. Oh wait, no, they're not camel scouts. That's just the additional upgrade for the Imperial Camel. So they are just regular camels. Camel riders. My bad. I see the theory thinking, oh, it must be camel scouts. But nope. I am mistaken. Like usual. Can't go for knights. Have to rely on the camels. And does go ahead and ambush the Mangonel there. Very good. Now he knows about the good number of camels. The last gold deposit for Blue to claim would be right there. Red has not deployed out additional town centers just the moment. Right now, Blue only has a slight villager advantage because Red has picked off a couple villagers. Got a good number of camels pushing moving forward. Does pick them off. Does start getting some hits there onto the town center. Does get a good volley there on the camels. Needs to lead them towards the castle. More some of the Magnetites starting to go down there. And the castle does fire one arrow over here. And so now under siege. Does blow out a second Mangonel. He does find an opening there, able to find an avenue against these villagers. A large number of vulnerable villagers here. And a number of these villagers are quite wounded. We'll take the opportunity to take down the Mangonels. Killing the villagers is probably a better idea than save the Mangonels. Now he's also going to be cornered as well. The camels could pursue them through this direction, but they did take actually a lot of damage from that castle. Only a handful of camels remain. The villager count is still only slightly in favor of Blue. Blue's villagers are cheaper, but 15% cheaper at this age. Whoops, wrong. Didn't mean to hit that button. Does manage to repair up that house there. Designed for some more Mangonels. Magadai do bonus him for the siege, so this is not a really good idea. They do have 7 range. Magadai have only 6 range there. Does pick up one of the Mangonels. Let's get off some of the Magadai. Though the Mangonels do outrange them, which is good. And I think he did load up these Magadai in here. Remember, a good number of them are quite wounded, so loading them up there to get healed up is one way to get them healed up. Maybe a good idea to go for herbal medicine? Oh wait, he actually does have herbal medicine. I meant that as a joke, but he's actually legitimately using herbal medicine. Nice. And look at that, they're almost completely healed. Herbal medicine is an incredible job at doing a very, very niche thing. And it did its job very successfully. Is if he sticks some more splash hits like that, this could be very useful. That can be very useful. It does a good job of cycling out. He's sending out his Magadai over here. He's trying to figure out. He's getting gold from somewhere, so now he's going to try to figure out where. Blue's eyeing for additional town center now. Thunderbolt head and villager count, but Blue does have 2 at the moment. Does find an opportunity there against some of these villagers. He still does not have ballistics. That's a big problem, not having ballistics. Finds opportunity there. He has to maintain the maximum range from the town center. They have matching range. He's able to pick off these spare farms. He could repair up the farm. Hanging out for 24 can deal with some of this other infrastructure there. That villager was very bad at playing catch. Magadai dodged that shot there. Mangonel's running away. Rolls a big miss there. Takes out one. Rolls another miss there. Just may just want to run away from the camels. It looks like the Magadai are faster than the camels. Just keep his distance. Just go safe. Don't have to be aggressive. You have herbal medicine to heal up the wounds as well. Now he's going for ballistics. Very good. He actually doesn't have any villagers in the queue. He's going to need to get that fixed. Does have 2 town centers. Blue's holding pretty far ahead in villager count, that's for sure. I do have the Maganel gaining some shots down the town center once again. When the Magadai decides to die, finds a volley there. May just want to fall back a little bit more, though there are only one that's super wounded. He could have pulled back that one individually. And now there's a monk there. Finds a monk and picks him off. Neither side has picked up a single relic. I say red should have picked up relics a long time ago. Blue can start going for it now. Does have ballistics now research there. Yep, now it's a good idea just to run away. A lot of his units took a bit of beating there. And he's doing some good cycling there, healing off the camels. Does lose a Magadai there. These are all wounded. Send them back to the keep and get healed up, I say. Starting to kill Magadai inside the castle there, and it is getting some extra arrows with it. No, I do not care about that. Refresh. And now he is going to go for the castle right there. Good damage there on the Maganel. Magadai do pick that off. And now he's trying to go for a defensive castle here. It is in the range of his own his opponent's castle. Camel's not pushing way forward. Now the villager trying to push way forward, trying to dive on the castle now. Trying to save it. He does have extra villagers in his opponent. Now the camel's pushing way forward, trying to draw some fire. Maganel advancing on forward as well. He's going to hit those villagers there. He's going to take a lot of hits. Camels took a hit there from the Maganel. He could start withdrawing them into the castle now. There's a good number of these guys are quite wounded. And the extra arrows will start ripping apart the camels. Does pull out now. I still say it's a good idea to just get inside the castle, get healed up. And also get some extra arrows to fight with. And that Magadai does go down. And these Maganels will not be able to advance this region. Now the castles are fighting each other. Herbal medicine, it's probably a good idea to stay inside the castle for now to get healed up. Though his rally is in a poor position there. Does stop the rally there. He does have 15 units inside of it as well. Got now handcart being researched by the Mongol player. Only villagers and the camels being caught out there. Exotic Doggo getting some bites there. And she does shank the Exotic Doggo there. Going for addition town center. That's going to be town center number 5. Reds did a good job cleaning all this gold on the front line. So the villagers' capacity just... Oh, no, there's a little bit more there. But most of the gold has been cleaned up there. So Red's gold supplies will last long as opponent. Camels will push way forward. Magnite doing a good job at skirmishing around with these camels. You've got a 6 town center for blue. Now going for some armored elephants, which they should receive bonus damage for the Magnite, but it is different. So it may not. Battery ram's not being pulled up by Red. Very, very nice. The villagers decided to keep as well. Relic's not being picked up by Red or Blue. Very good. Blue right now has nothing on the field queue. Not even villagers. Armored elephants are now hitting the battery rams. Battery rams and armored elephants do bonus damage to each other. It does get some good hits there. He's braving the castle fire. Saves the battery ram. Megadite needs to fall back now. He's trying to hit these villagers as they start repairing. They do get all the villagers as they start repairing. He's taking a lot of hits from this castle now. The castle's now taking a bit of beating there. So I've got some emergency Gilons being blown on the field. More batteries push way forward. 2 more. It does stop the move there. This battle elephant or armored elephant to hit this battery ram. And the Magnite are in the minimum range of the castle now, so it won't be able to hit the Magnite right now. It takes out some of these villagers as well. They have a hold position there. Targets down the villagers first. Very, very good. Those castle will go down. And now the battery is now making their way forward into the town center, which has been partially been repaired up. Red's now eyeing for our castle. Blue's villagers have been de-garrisoned. Blue still has a superior number of villagers, even losing that many. 1 village counselor does go down. I think he still has like another 5 more. Yep, I think he has 5 or 6 more. Camels push way forward, trying to overrun the Magadai. Why could we be using skirmishers instead of camels? Can't go to elite skirmisher. Villagers try to stab those battery rams, but they do fail. These Magnite do currently have their 2 armor. Villagers push way forward, starting to get picked off once again. More camels being drawn on in. 1 battery ram does go down. He's trying to recover the town center, and that town center does go down, and the rest of these villagers are now exposed. This entire woodline's exposed. One lose a good number of villagers now. More Magadine being pulled on the field. Battery ram trying to show that Lumber Camp is who's boss. Red is not even claiming the gold that's supposed to be inside his opponent's base. This gold over here has not been touched. Red's gonna claim the stone right there and has a... How much gold? Okay, we do have massive gold reserve for the Mongol player. He's just trying to eat it all before his opponent can get any. Does have currently 2 relics picked up as well, and Blue decides GG out. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And before it gets started, let me just go ahead and... ban... bot. And there we go. Sorry, I don't want those sort of things in my stream. If I want something like that, I'll just go to Fiverr. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the south side as the Orange Persians, we have the Plumlock. On the north side as the Blue Malians, we have JPEG? JPG? That's JPEG, right? No, yeah, that's the file type of JPEG. Either way, let's see now. Persians. Cavalry civilization. Start with 50 wood and food. Towns and docks get additional health. Which I suppose we don't have to worry about docks here. Only 2 bonuses. It's just so weird. Just only 2 bonuses. Unique unit, the War Elephant. Unique tax, Commandrian. Archer lines replaced with additional wood cross, making your crossbows, not arbus, no bracer, become trash units. Team bows. Knights get +2 attack versus archers. Oh, I forgot some amount. War Elephants get player 30% faster. It doesn't seem like much, but they have almost every single technology. They have like they have a very diverse loadout. Doesn't seem like much, but they're a good civilization. Though it looks like they lack a lot of monastery techs, including heresy. Over here, Malians, infantry civilization. Buildings cost 50% less wood. Barracks units get +1 pierce armor starting to feudal age, so mana cost 0, 1, 2, 3. Villagers drop 10% more gold off. Unique units, Cabedo. Got man at arms with militia advancing on forward. Cabedo's a fast-moving, knife-throwing infantry unit. Unique text, Tigwell, Tigui, however you pronounce it. Councils can fire arrows from garrison. Not very useful. Farm via cavalry get +5 attack. Very useful. Universities work 80% faster. Do we see any man-at-arms research? No man-at-arms research there. Starting to get out some archers as well. Need some more villagers. Both sides have a slight similar villager count, but of course blue is slightly behind his villager count. Which, that was the one that we noticed there was no, yeah, that was orange or so low villager queues. So this should even out pretty similarity. 1 militia member does go down, and the scout stays alive with 1 health. Orange Scout? No, Blue Scout has less health than Orange Scout and can take 5 hits, barring high ground damage. The Orange Scout will only take 4 hits, barring low ground damage. Received for low ground damage. Blue Scout's still moving around. Blue has a good number of scouts on the field, eyeing to engage. This scout may be the initial scout, so it could be auto scouting. Looks like the scouts will make their way through. Do have defensive spearmen in this region. The scouts in this area are mostly healthy, barring 1. He could use a medic. Scouts now trying to focus on that spearman. Does receive a nice little poke there. That first poke was his eye. Second poke will be his other eye, and the last poke will be his heart. Decides not to engage those villagers there with that spearman nearby. He took too much damage already. And that poke did what? 19, 18 damage? Which is not enough to take out this other scout, so each of those wounded scouts can take 2 hits, so full health one will take 3 hits. Wait a second. What are those villagers doing up there? Okay, they're hunting deer long distance. That's a little uncommon. Archers are going to make their way forward. You have fletching now being researched by Orange, so you will get some bit of improvement there. This Orange Scout will spot that these villagers are vulnerable to archers firing arrows over the walls. Villagers now standing, fighting, trying to engage these scouts. 1 course does go down. Those pull back the wounded villager, unsuccessful, keeping him alive. 1 scout remains. Unlikely to get any good harassment there on the villagers. Got now the skirmishers advancing forward, trying to throw some of their javelins into these units. The scout is here to say hi. Skirmishers could just say hi back. He does not have fletching at the moment, so they only do 2 damage each. The scout does have 2 inherent pierce armor, so it'll only take 1 damage per throw. skirmishers do roll a miss there. Both are just rolling miss, and the flushing research, the archers can stay at max range and engage the skirmishers. So one of the archers took some hits now, another one took a small hit. And Scout's still trying to bash his way through that wall, but the wall does get reinforced. The archer's now firing some arrows over the tree line there, getting a bit of damage onto them. More archers being deployed on the field. And now do you have Wheelbarrow now being deployed on the field. I think because he's at pop cap and these villagers queued up, as well as housing. I'm not sure what Orange is currently doing for housing. Okay, he does get a house deployed on the field, only one. He has plenty of wood for some extra houses if needed. Blue right now, going for Castle Age. Orange maybe going for Castle Age as well. That's maybe why he doesn't have any villagers queued up. There's Castle Age now. So blue will have a ever so slight Castle Age advantage, but nothing too significant. Right now, blue does have a significantly larger number of villagers. Orange may have stopped building villagers for a bit of time. They're being housed like that. Now that villager's seeing quite a bit of arrow fire there. Skirmishers push right forward, getting some good hits there. Getting some damage there on the scout. Does not take the scout there. Does dodge the last moment. Trying to pull out some additional houses there. Does get slightly reinforced. Does lose a villager in return. Skirmishers slowly being picked on off. Scout does go down there. Still trying to break his way forward. Skirmisher still trying to defend. And there's Castle Age for blue. We're probably going to see elite skirmisher research. Nope, I'm for knights. Going for horse armor and knights. And there's Orange's Castle Age. Now trying to defend. A couple knights is all he needs for defense. Second knight on the build queue. One knight has been put on the field. Skirmisher is doing a good job of holding the line. One knight should be enough to actually deal with all these archers. So Orange's army will be forced on back. You see crossbow being researched as well. Now has both crossbow and bottom arrow. And decides to delete that wall there so the knight can push his way forward. Also, we'll get out some more housing there. More crossbows being pulled on the field. Iron pushes his way forward. Knights do see a bit of damage there. Knights see a bit of fire. They're starting to fall back. That knight does go down. And blue's eyeing for additional town centers. Does have one on the field. A lot of kitty cat trying to get some bites. Second time's not being pulled up by orange. And blue does have two village keys on the moment, going for more horse armor as well as bloodlines. And getting out of monastery as well. Eyeing for some relics. Archstone going down. Crossbows moving around. Knight does get forced on back. He doesn't have ballistics to research at the moment. He may want to go for ballistics sooner rather than later. That is a monastery there, designed for its own relics. More housing put up by Orange. Crossbows did take out that knight and spearman. Knights trying to push their way forward.
Farman.
Got 20 crossbows now making way forward. That is a good number of crossbows. More than enough to take on the 3 health scout. 3 health scout does go down. Looks like Ein's eyeing for some monks. Blue is eyeing for wheelbarrow and more villagers. Nothing else at the moment. He's eyeing. Not sure what he's going to be eyeing for. Doesn't anything queued up in these structures. They're standing to get out a Mangonel Scorpion. Down south, we got now these spearmen going down, and exotic kitty cat as well. Orange has destroyed that wall there. I'm to advance forward with no square formation. Boost Mangonel, Iron pushes his way forward, trying to get a good engagement. Does get a great hit there. Looks like 4 of them went down there. Another shot. Range a bit short, does destroy that house there. Now it's time to reinforce that hole in the wall with a house. Knights now push his way forward. We'll find this monk trying to pick up a relic. There's no relic over there. Orange has cleaned up one relic. Let's see, Orange may not be aware of where the relics are. Let's see, Orange right now, that's his only relic he able to pick up. He was trying to use that monk to scout out. Blue, on the other hand, has spotted 3 relics, one of them guarded by deer. Hey, where's the last relic? Maybe somebody already picked that last relic up. Because right now, Orange has found 1. The Blue's not eyeing for any monks at the moment either, so it looks like Orange may pick up another one somewhere. And these knights are going around, picking out some of these villagers. And does get inside the town center as well. The town center has the garrison getting the damage there. Experience I get some pokes there as well. Here, maybe I'll pick off one of those knights. Let's pick up one of the knights there. Crossbows engaging. Some of these villagers are going down for Orange. Good pick there. Orange sets villagers here, so this is what the potion player needs to get used to get back in the game. Now we got the monks trying to get some conversions off. Should be able to convert one of those. Orange does not have bullets at the moment. Does pick up the monk there. These knights just may want to fall back and get to a monk for healing. Villager does go down there. And that knight does get converted there. And that knight does get killed off. Reddit does kill off the deer there, so can no longer claim deer. I'm engaged. Since it's a 2v1, the Orange Knight took quite a bit of damage there, but does manage to win out. Orange has a Mangonel push along the flanks, got a Scouts push way forward as well. Relic picked up by somebody. It looks like that's where their other relic was. Relics remaining. Orange does not know either where either of them are at. The converted knight has been attacked by a kitty cat there, but does get killed off. Now I got the knights and scouts push way forward.
Farmon.
Crossbows gain some shots there, but they will get quickly overwhelmed. Knights and scouts now push way forward in the middle of the villager line there. Good number of them will start going on down. So for just one, only one went down. Orange, well, blue now has a slight advantage with the villager count. And those knights will go down. Eyeing for some camels, eyeing for some heavy camel research that will be very good to help engage these cavalry forces there. Blue right now is eyeing for his own Imperial Age. Those are trying to stand and fight against light cavalry. That's probably not a good idea. Got some camels and knights now pulled out by orange to engage the blue cavalry. Blue does have a one villager advantage at the moment, so the effects are negligible. Both sides have 2 relics as well. You can get one more relic component, it's still, that would make it a bit negligible. Mangonel does fall back there. We do have the knights and the other forces there as well. Eyeing for now Cast Furnace, going for his Imperial Age, getting out design for his own camels as well. The Mullions can of course get the Ferrari attack, it gives cavalry +5 attack, very important when it comes to this. Saracens on the other hand has access to nothing that would win versus camels. However, the trash crossbow can still be very effective because camels have no real inherent pierce armor. So they can get hit hard by even by the cheap crossbows or just by spearmen. You can go up to halberdier. Camels not being overrun by the camels, though blue does get some good damage on his own forces. Take out all his own knights there. Got the heavy camel now converted. Blue's knight will get overran there. Mangonels are currently safe. Orange's knight does not manage to get through the gate and does avoid that fire as well. Imperial Age now researched. His house will start to go on down. Over here, we've got the camels pursuing the camels, and the kitty cat as well. A bit damage there, some of these camels starting to go on down. We got more heavy camels in the field queue for orange. Blue right now is going for his own heavy camel. Does have some horse armor research, just on the first upgrade. He can go up to all. Oh wait, no, he has all horse armor research. Oh, I had the one heavy camel selected, so his opponent only has the first level, now second level of horse armor. Monk's trying to get some conversions here. He can go for all horse armor as well. Looks like he does have not all horse armor. The both players are fully maxed out armor. The heavy camel right now has 7 plus 7 damage. Something seems a little bit off to me about that. Oh yeah, he must have the Ferrari attack now. So he just needs a bit more damage and he should be fine. Yeah, the Persian cavalry does not have that. It only has the level 1 attack as well, so the blue camel's going to be far, far superior with the additional 7 or additional 5 attack. He probably is still missing one last final, no, he can't get one last final melee attack, so his camels are maxed out. The higher damage is going to be significantly better. Currently he has 20, no, hard for me to count how many. Blue, orange appear to have more camels than blue, so blue needs to keep his distance. Now they're starting to engage each other. Both sides are very battered, bruised, and beaten. Got more heavy camels in opponent field. This may be a good time to fast send them in if Orange overextends. Camels, of course, have the same speed as camels, so they are able to maintain their distance there. Got some light cavalry now mixed on in as well. Now the camels are engaged. The small camel force should be overwhelmed. Monks in the back line trying to convert there. Orange just peel off some there. The conversion was successful. This one could get a conversion off as well. That blue starting to get disintegrated on the front line. Trebuchets gets great damage on orange castles. Blue does win out this fight there, thanks to his higher quality camels. These trebuchets come to take out Blue's castle here. Now got the blue camel trying to protect his trebuchets, and he is going to be successful there. Orange trying to mass repair this one up. We got a third trebuchet there, but there goes that castle. Blue's trebuchets need to start eyeing for some counter barrages. And Blue's castle does go down as well. And Blue back to the game. Orange back to the game right there. This is Adam Gray saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spot on the top left side as the Red Dravidians, we have LT Rex. Oh, T-Rex, got it. Spot on the bottom right side as the Blue Bulgarians with Los Furios. So this may be Spanish, maybe from the Spanish games. But either way, let's take a look at each player's civilization bonuses. Dravidians, they are naval and infantry civilization. Seatswood, when advanced next age. Fishermen and fishing ships, which don't have to worry about that here. Barracks technology costs 50% less, very nice. Siege weapons cost 33% wood, very nice. Skirmishers and elephant archers attack 25% faster. Unique units are Ramese swordsmen, which I can't think what that does off the top of my head. And a unique warship. Unique text, medical core, elephants regenerate health, and wolf steel. Infantry and counterattacks ignore armor. So there's a point in time where Blue may not want to get out his final armor research there. And the last one is, of course, stocks provide more population room, housing room, which is not important on this map. Bulgarians, they are infantry and cavalry civilization. Militia line upgrade is free. Towns, which it's similar to the point where blacksmith or barracks technologies are cheaper, right? There's a good counterpart. Towns that cost 50% less stone, blacksmith and siege workshops units cost, or technologies cost 50% less wood, can build prey posts, which is a cheap mini castle. Onyx, very stubborn cavalrymen. Stirrups, cavalry attack 33% faster. Baggins, militia line gets plus 5 armor, which is very good. And they also get all the infantry armor as well, so they can be very, very resilient. And with a free militia line, they're actually a pretty good militia line civilization, but most games do not evolve around that. They can get garrisons and supplies well. Yep, barracks technology costs 50% less, so that's good for all other units, while the Bulgarians can hyper-focus on the militia line. Do not have red. Point out some archers. He can go up to Arbalest and get a full archer technologies. So he can eventually get fully kitted out Arbalest. Bulgarians, on the other hand, are like the Spanish. They only get archers. They don't even get crossbows. So they're really not much an archer civilization. However, they can get fully upgraded heavy cav archers. So skip the archers. Though honestly, going for, like the Spanish, going for feudal age archers are actually a possibility, since they can get fully upgraded feudal age archers. So I do realize as well, they don't actually get fully upgraded heavy cav archers. They do miss the final level archer armor. So they have, with the Parthian tactics, they have still 6 pierce armor on their heavy cav archers if fully upgraded. Blue's eyeing for some more scouts there. Had a bit of pause down the village of Q. Dravidian player is eyeing for...
என்ன கட்டளை?
Looks like just eyeing for more archers. Does have good number of villagers queued up as well. These militias are falling back, but now got scouts now pushing way forward. The man-at-arms are just sort of standing there and just eating arrows. They're drawing a lot of fire there for the archers. Could eventually lure them out more away from town center, just being a bit more closer. Now scouts now push way forward. Able to overwhelm one of the villagers, looks like. He will lose a scout or two. Nope, he does save these forces here. Does lose a scout. The large number of these scouts are very wounded, so even the villagers can stand up and fight off their bullies.
உங்கள் சித்தம்.
Archers falling back. I'm just trying to help engage these scouts there, and these guys are still running around. Scouts moving around. We got these archers here, ready to fire. Getting a bit of damage there on those scouts. Spearmen do get a nice little poke there. Scouts do fall back with minimal health. More scouts have been pulled on the field. Looks like Blue is just eyeing for big scouting energy. He's ready to scout his opponent and see what he's doing. He sees a lot of archers. They're doing their job, right? Either way, the scouts now push way forward. These archers are on the high ground, so they will get a little bit extra damage to work with. Probably should have net them 1, maybe 2 damage. It's 50%, right? Or is it just 25%? Yeah, it's just 25%. So that should just net them 1 damage. I always wonder if it rounds up or down. It could potentially always round up regardless how close it is in one direction or the other. A lot of games tend to do weird rounding like that, not the proper rounding that we've been taught in school. Though he does have a good defensive archer force there, does have some spearmen in the back line as well, so Blue will not be able to really advance with these scouts. He may just want to fall back, send the light cavalry, and use the light scouts to find out the relics, and then maybe eye for a relic game. We do have now Castle Wage for Blue.
சரி.
Red already has Castle Wage in build queue, but likely will see crossbow and Bodkin arrow as an option. Does have access to armored elephants and not the battering rams. You know how these scouts falling on back? They're oh so wounded. Jeez. Ugh, and too bad you can't garrison the town center to get healing because they definitely need a medic. They need a monk. One or two of these scouts will likely go down. I'm somehow surprised at least one didn't even go down right there. But now I do have Bodkin arrow and crossbows from research there. I think, yeah, both of stone just got consumed up there, so Red is going for 2 additional town centers here. And I know Red has additional town centers somewhere, because all of the stone is consumed. Blue does have all the stone consumed there as well. There is no, that's a market. That's a siege workshop. Wait, did he sell off that stone for gold? Wait, that was 2 market there. He already has a market. He was just trying to do that for walling up for purposes. I think he may have sold off his stone for gold. Crossbows on push way forward, gains a good damage over here. Scouts now make their way forward as well. And I think Red did the same thing. I think both players sold off their stone for gold. As I see no town center scaffolding. Good damage there. He's losing a good number of his villagers to these crossbows. They're annihilating them all. Hanging out on the field. Quickly the fire there. Rolls a miss. Finds an excellent hit there. Small hit there. Villager down there. Another pair of crossbows down. Nice should be able to clean up the rest of this. Bit of friendly fire there.
Приказания.
Scouts do go down there. Holy crap. I think all the scouts went down there to some spearmen. I don't see many red corpses there as well. Villager count. Oh. Blue's down to 26. Red has 43. That's not looking good for blue. And red does have second town center, so he may sort off some stone for some gold. And then use the other stone for the town center. And I think red or blue sold off a stone for gold entirely. So red's going to skyrocket ahead in villager count. Camel goes down. That's trying to push the way forward. We're gonna see a bit of fire there. Go out on the field, maybe eyeing for some relics. Mangonel still roaming around. Looks like red has ran out of wood. Blue right now has a bit of everything to work with. Still very far behind villagers. We do have a additional town center not being employed on the field. Does need it. Also not next to the stone either, just along the wood line. Archery has been pulled on the field. More housing right there. We got pikemen here. These knights are not going anywhere other than straight into the wood line. So the pikemen are pursuing these knights there. Their buddies' corpses still sink in the ground, become fertilization for the sand. And now these knights are falling back. Pikemen are just going to just stay in this region. Might as well just be defensive. Don't have to be aggressive all the time. Blue's eyeing for some wood chopping research. Red is in a great position right now. He's just trying to maximize two centers. Going for town watch as well. What's that town patrol? I always get those two icons mixed up. And it's not like I can see it right here. Oh no, I can. No, that's just hand part of wheelbarrow. No, I can't see town watch or town patrol. I always get the names of those mixed up. It goes town watch, town patrol, but I don't know why I can't remember which icon's which. Blue's now gone for two town centers, which will help them get back in the game. Red only has the two, so blue will start slowly getting the villager count evened out. Blue knows he's lost a good number of villagers. That's why he's not been building much military force in the field. He knows he's behind, and he's getting out more stone there. He may be eyeing for additional town centers. The kitty cat here is not really happy. He's building a house. Kitty cat does go down. The extra fluffy kitty cat.
சரி உங்கள் சித்தம் என்ன கட்டளை உங்கள் சித்தம்
Pikemen now advancing on forward. Of course, this pikemen won't really do all too much.
Приказания.
Blue, however, only has these knights here, right? Yeah, only the three knights. I do not. Oh, there's a Mangonel still, which can be useful versus these forces. However, if you get within the minimum range, it of course it will be dead. Blue Scout is apparently still alive. Very nice. Nice. He could deploy out some defensive prey posts. He's worried about defense. Doesn't have to go for a full castle. Defensive prey posts could be useful. Pikeman doing a good job of scouting his opponent. and does not take any more shots there. Those two pikemen will escape on out there. Behind the wall of this bottom regions there as well. And there's the wall off there. It's a little bit hard to tell, but there is a full wall off. Mangonel, the Scorpion annihilates that pikeman. Does get a couple stabs there on the Mangonel. And does find that lone villager there. Villager does go down now. Now a handful of these knights push way forward. They could do some serious damage to this villager, but decide to pull them back immediately. Towns that are now nice and garrisoned. Maybe a little bit too much there. Nice. Maybe behind to hit something over here. Red does have additional town center now, so it's 3 towns versus three town centers, I believe. These knights take a little bit more damage there. Blue just lost 33% of his damage output in this region. Now the knights are falling back. We do have a couple sables going up. Looks like Red's eyeing for a transition to something involving horse. We could deploy out the battle elephant or light cavalry. Probably light cavalry. Probably not the battle elephant. You actually can't get an upgraded battle elephant. Interesting. He does have, of course, get access to medical core, which elephant units regenerate 30 health per minute, which should also apply to the armored elephants, I believe. Could go for battle elephants. Probably this made for light cavalry. Also, a stable transition for him just seemed a little bit off. Maybe no. Can't get much research for these either. Doesn't have any research to begin with the first place. Maybe deciding to get out some light cavalry just to be overrun the siege weapons. He knows about at least the Scorpion and the Mangonel. Does not know about the other Scorpion at the moment. Now these crossbows receive a nice little damage there. Mangonel pulling a few. Scorpions getting some good shots there. One Scorpion does go down to the Mangonel. Knights trying to overrun the Mangonel now. Scorpions getting some shots there. And the crossbows took a lot of hits there from the Scorpion. Now Iron Blue 6 there. A little bit late, but... And now do have Imperial Age not being researched. Now my voice is starting to go out. Does take out both those siege weapons now with those two Mangonels. Blue's going to force them back. Got a palisade wall there. Those these iron try to eye for our castle. Going for a prey post here. That's trying to push way forward. The pikemen are getting caught up in other things. The village trying to build a prey post, and Blue decides to back up the game now. Just lost too many villagers there. It's ended great saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. And let's do this one here. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. So on the left side as the Red Bretons, we have Nagash. On the right side as the Cyan Japanese, we have a foreign name. I don't even know what language that is. It's definitely foreign. Either way, let's cover each player's civilization benefits. Bretons, they are a foot archer civilization, a fan favorite. Towns that cost 50% less wood starting in Castle Age. Foot archers, except skirmishers, get +1 range in Castle Age and additional range in Imperial Age. Shepherds walk 25% faster. Unique unit is the longbow, which is a good long-range longbow. Bowman. Unique tax yeoman +1 foot archer range, which also includes the skirmisher this time, and +2 tower attack. Warwolf trebuchets do blast damage, which I also think increase their accuracy as well, so they make them pretty good in trebuchet wars. Archer range works 10% faster. Small amount, but very useful still nonetheless. Japanese, they are a infantry civilization. Fishing ships get additional health and yada yada. Mills and mining camps cost 50% less. Infantry attack 33% less faster starting in feudal age. And I just realized something. You now have a proxy barracks here, going for a tower here as well. Entry attacks 33% faster. Unique unit samurai. Anti-unique unit. Unique unit. Yasuma. Tower shoot extra arrows. Capaterio. Turbo chase fire faster. Impact faster. And galleys have increased line of sight, which is not important on this map. Not a single drop of water on this map to be seen. Red. Does Red not see that tower? Red did not have vision range that tower, so that tower does get deployed on the field. Harassing that wood line. There's a couple of course other areas for wood. It's eyeing for. Red's not eyeing for some archery range there. Scout pushes forward with a Cyan Spearman. So we got multiple spearmen now being plotted up by the barracks here. Unusual thing to see. Red's eyeing for some archers. Cyan's village is now getting some damage in as well. Red's village took a bit of a beating there. Red archers now being plotted on the field as well. Now do got a Cyan archer range being plotted out right next to the red archer range. Probably should go for some skirmishers. And also should probably go for the house or 3. Let's get some houses deployed out over here as well. Additional house there as well. Going for some skirmishers now. Maintain the villager production queue. Does get slightly behind now. Red's now eyeing to collect up the berries. Does have the archers can plant themselves on the high ground there. Now skirmisher now deployed on the field. Another house there as well. Now it has 2 skirmishers, 2 spearmen, and a scout. We got 3 archers here, and a scout. Villagers being pulled on out as well, eyeing to shank some of these units. Eyeing for a house there to try to deny the berries. You know something? This mill is planted right next to the berry bushes, which means this house will actually deny berrying collection location. Trying to get out a palisade wall there. He may be eyeing for a tower here as well, just a hunch. He's already eyeing for a counterattack. Skirmishers and scout in pursuit. We do have some red houses here. Skirmishers not necessarily great in this age. They're a counter unit. These villagers do have loom, so they do have 2 pierce armor, and these skirmishers do 2 damage, so they only do 1 damage each. Even if they get fletching, they still only do 1 damage for villagers. In other words, this guy can have 39 spears in his chest and he'd be perfectly fine. It's the 40th that is deadly. They probably collapse under near the sheer amount of weight of those spears cause them, because you can only carry 39 spears in your body. These are villagers, not skirmishers. They don't carry infinite amount of spears. You're now a red eyeing for defensive tower here. Blue's eyeing for an aggressive tower. But I think it's actually a responsive tower to respond against this tower being deployed on the field. So these villagers are starting to get hit as well. Towers going in range of each other. He immediately starts to focus down this tower there, trying to either win the tower war immediately. Red skirmishers getting overrun by blue Cyan skirmishers. Spearmen trying to make their advance. Right now, Cyan does have a slight villager lead as well.
Hi.
Skirmishers trying to pursue these archers, the ends of the earth, which is located right here. And the kitty cat, the fluffy maned kitty cat, is trying to get some bites there onto these archers. That's going to load up some villagers there. The tower does 5 damage. So the skirmishers are not providing additional arrow. You need 3 skirmishers there to provide additional arrow. If it gets fletching, then the math adds up, because the tower damage is 6, and the skirmisher damage is 3, then 2 skirmishers are needed for an extra arrow. There's mud. Got it. Villagers trying to shank this tower. One villager trying to repair the tower. And now they have fletching being researched by Cyan. We do have fletching research there for red. Questions now research. He may want to get some of these skirmishers garrison. He could garrison one of these villages there to get additional skirmisher in there to get additional arrow firing. Red skirmishers trying to deal with this house. After all, the best way to deal with a house is by throwing a bunch of spears at it. Everybody knows that. And we got this lion getting some good damage with these archers there. How much damage does a lion does? I can't. Oh. Lions do 3 damage each. And it looks like the lions may kill off these archers themselves. Skirmisher or spearmen going down to red skirmishers. Still a bit of a tower war right here. So far the game's just gone messy. Red or Sign does have a barracks here. You could try transitioning to some man-at-arms to engage these spearmen or skirmishers. Scouts not advancing forward. Red has supplied some scouts there. Hate him. Does apply some defensive towers here as well. Sign actually had a mining camp next to the stone. Has claimed about 48 pebbles. Skirmishers going down. Now those lions are now pursuing the Cyan skirmishers. The game's a good fight there, and since they have minimum range, the lions will probably win this fight. Double kill. Not every day I see 2 lions getting 2 kills right next to each other. This palisade wall is not complete. It is currently 99% complete. Clearly, it's a weak point in the wall. You don't need to finish building it. It has not even a tap of the hammer. That also does mean it can't be repaired up. Housing starting being built now. Lions are now pursuing that spearmen. And we've got the red still has a sizable force here. Still just a counter force there. Science power to go up to the next age. Red. Was red eyeing? Blue barrel. Not the next age. So Simon could have a massive window for a age advantage. Doesn't have any stone at the moment, so won't be able to capitalize on additional town centers. And that is a very skinny town right there. If you were to just sort of just round this out down here, it will be perfect. So we've got the defensive watchtower here. And they've still got this mess of region there. Science skirmisher still throwing some arrows there. This original tower is slowly whittling down this health, has so far knocked it down by half health. Scouts trying to push their way forward, and the skirmisher does get saved by that tower. Now we do have the horse armor research there for the Japanese. Japanese are a very good jack of all trade. They can get fully researched cavalry archers. Their infantry line is fully kitted out, barring of course the Eagle Warriors. Their cavalry line is not exactly maxed out. They don't get the last line of armor. They only go light cavalry and can't get paladins either. No camels, no elephants, no steppe lancers, none of the unique stuff. But everything else is still pretty maxed out. They can't get bombards, they can't get hand cannoneers. And they do get siege engineers and onagers, just not siege onagers. Which onagers and siege engineers, nice sweet spot. Siege engineers, onagers are not really needed. And can only go up cap rammed as well. Scouts up here, or skirmishers up here, being pursued by Cyan skirmishers. Cyan does not have the elite skirmisher upgrade. Could go for that, as was Bodkin Arrow. He's fighting against the Britons. It's probably a good idea to go for lead skirmisher and Bodkin Arrow and the archer armor. The chance of him needing to use it is very, very likely. Sign's now going for wheelbarrow as well. And I don't think he's touched the stone yet, so now Castle Age for red, so the advantage of the Castle Age has been diminished. The only thing he's been made use of his timing is the Knight, which is a good unit, don't get me wrong, but not a whole good number of them. Knight does go down. Now got crossbows research for the Briton player, and the chance of him fighting himself against a massive wave of archers is very likely because right now they have 8 range. And in this age, he can get them all up to 9 in range with the yeoman tech. Knight does go down. Watchtowers do have inherent 8 range, 9 range of fletching. You know, skirmishers are going to be picked off there. Try to push forward with his crossbows. Knight receiving a bit of fire there as well. The Knight's now seeing a bit of fire there. Falling on back. I don't think I heard monsters pulled out, nor any. There's a monster for red. Crossbows advancing forward, getting a bit of damage there onto the Knights now. Knights starting to go on down there. The crossbows are being pursued. And all those crossbows do get overwhelmed. Skirmishers can get easily overwhelmed by a couple of Knights as well. Maybe even just one. So got this whole massive infrastructure here. Sign actually has something still garrison in that archery range. Does have one archer inside the archery range apparently. That's not pushed way forward. Got the monk being deployed on out. That's still roaming around. Up here got the red scout now hitting Cyan's villagers. Right now there is a decent villager advantage for red, up by 12. In other words, red Cyan has red has 12 or no, yeah, about 20% more villagers than his opponent, which actually is a significant amount. Once again, those other villagers healed up. Cyan is now picking up the relics as well, at least one. Cyan has spotted 4 out of 5 relics. Red probably has spotted that last remaining one. Look, Red knows about all the relic locations. Of course, he'd probably not be aware of one of the relics that have been picked on up. We have another town now being blocked by red as well. Now I'm for some stone walls here. Each trees are not fully collected there, so there's a wall right there. Air conversion off there, so we'll grab some Knight or two. If this Knight over here has been converted. And red's now eyeing for defensive castle as well. Seeing a bit of damage there. And red's defensive castle will go on up. So you can repel some longbow from there. Probably a good idea to go for the yeoman tech. Right now it's actually red's pretty low in resources. Food, wood, has a small reserve of gold. Cyan right now does have just more villagers and more Knights being queued on up. And that tower does go down now. These forces now getting healed up by these monks there. Very nice. And now Sign's eyeing for additional town center on that gold deposit. Very good. Sign has also picked up 3 relics as well. But this game can still go either way. Red still has a significant number of villagers. While Sign does have the more map control, that's for sure. Additional villagers can pan out in the long run. Does have a defensive power castle here. Now, center here, next to stone deposit. That stone deposit will already be cleaned on up. And here, mass monk conversion there. Right, those scouts, light cavalry. One light cavalry gets converted, the other one gets killed off there, and does get a good number of these villagers now down. That's going to be engaging this town center directly. Red's trying to advance forward or respond to that with his crossbows. Great damage from the town center. He's may lose it. And if he is villagers ejecting, does try to repair it up for a brief moment. He wants to kill off his villagers. Repairs the farm there, and now he starts repairing up the town center now. It will take a bit of time and resources to get it repaired up. Sign not make any gains from there, but of course does do some good damage to opponent. That Archer does get ejected out because he just got 2 damaged. The Archer range, and he does get killed off by the castle as well. More knights being pushed along the flanks, 7 of them. And there's going to be a defensive castle over here as well, trying to keep the stone secured up. There's enough stone here for 2 more castles. In which he could actually, he doesn't realize that he spotted the castle there. He's trying to hit some of these villagers. He could actually put the castle to a siege, but oh, once he stops building the castle there, but none of these villagers are starting to go on down. Crossbows coming over here to engage. We got some of these knights there. He has 4 villager queues for the moment. Simon has 3 and knights. 3 knights remain. Oh, and those knights came back up here to engage this town center once again. Red Boy hit 100 for a brief amount of time that got knocked down back. These villagers are exposed. You can perhaps pick out these villagers there. Alright, repair the town center there so we can re-garrison. But he looks like going to lose the town center entirely. He's actually pulling back the knights now. Doesn't want to lose the knights. Looks like some of these knights have broken through here as well. Find some more villagers in the gold line there. Able to pick them off. Monks are getting picked off there as well. I wonder. Monk research. He has no monk research there. Has picked up only 3 relics. Has not picked up any others at the moment. Red Scout there's camping that relic there. And does not take up those villagers at the moment. Does get this keep built there. And the Knights pushing forward once again, hitting these villagers again. Boy, these villagers are going down. Crossbows trying to engage. He does this 2-2 armor. Doesn't have 1 melee attack there. I guess 11 damage minus. Let's see, against these crossbows, they have 35 health. He may have numbers counted down. Right now, he has no hack armor as well, so. If he actually upgrades the damage, he actually will take out crossbows in 1 less shot, because it will do 12 damage, and so 3 hits will be 36. 3 hits without it is just 33. So going with the additional damage would be useful in getting those crossbows. Science Knights are pushing forward once again. Now some more monks as well. Got Town Watch as well as more villagers and crossbows people on the field. This choke point there, Red Sign will not be able to advance to that region. Oh, I just realized as well. There was a counterattack here. Sign does have some more villagers opponents. Sign has done a good job of killing off his opponent's villagers. Now do got Imperial Age for Red. Sign is pretty close going for Field Age himself. Or these knights are going down as well. Barracks, that original barracks in the beginning of the game is starting to be cleaned up now. Going for more archer ranges there. He could go for heavy cav archers or for elite skirmishers. Heavy cav archers, when they're fully upgraded, does have 8 pierce armor. Crossbows or arbalists max out at and damage, so heavy cav archers can be a good counter to the crossbows. Or you could just go straight for skirmishers as well. Oh, those monks, they have a lot of work in front of them. That is going to be a lot of healing needed. Now got a defensive keep on castle being plotted here. Going for lead skirmisher, plotted in arrow, archer armor, so I can just go for skirmisher, not for heavy cav. Also, there's a good trash unit. Red will soon have Imperial Age. Red can get heavy cav, of course. Oh, Britons can't get Thumb Ring? Must have been a slight nerf with their range benefits. Now he's eyeing for some pikemen here as well. Very nice. He can go up the halberdier. It's going for squires as well. This is going to get a nice escort for his mass archer army. He does have 9 range, so he has got. No, he still can get yeoman, right? He get +2 range. He does not have bracer yet. That will give him additional range. So he may have gotten yeoman then. Let's see, +1, +2. +2 from this current research. Yeah, there's still a possibility you can get 2 more additional range. Bracer and yeoman. So you can't get these guys up to 11 range. It's very significant, to say the least. Maybe another reason why to go with heavy cav archers rather than the skirmishers. The mobility to close the range. Now we've got Arbus on the field. So right now he has 5/5 range. He does have bracer, just needs yeoman. Does go for prescription and as well some more archer armor. Very nice. These skirmishers only have 8 range. Japanese is going for Cavalier. He definitely does need to get them some extra health. I'm ready for the extra health and a bit of extra armor. Not really much for the damage. Here's some monks there, trying to get some converts there. Skirmishers now making advance. Some of the knights have gone down. He does put them hold ground stance there. Cavalier research not completed. Right now, that 4 pierce armor needs some more. No, he can't go for any more horse armor. This is where it gets maxed out. Cavalier needs to be put a stop order command and just engaging. Skirmishers are firing away, but getting drawn on this Cavalier does get that reconverted there. I have more of these skirmishers there, eyeing for the mana arms research now. Crossbow or Arbalest and just a nice little death blow there. House in the low ground. And their supplies is going for all the barracks research right now. And maybe eye for some mass transition to some mana arms and champions. And it's going for Gamberson as well. He's getting all that research going. He does lose all of his Cavaliers. He basically only went for Cavaliers, probably for that single burst of damage as he has so many on the field for this engagement. Starts to push way forward, gains some good damage on the Arbalists. He can always go for Warwolf for AoE damage. Pikemen now push way forward. Stone research as well. Pikemen start pushing way forward, being ripped apart by them. Skirmisher does get halberdiers. One of the red churches do go down, very good. Science keep Castle's aiming damage there. It's going for, is that two-handed swordsman? Or is that long swordsman? I always get the icons mixed up. That is two-handed swordsman. And next up is champion. So needs to have more skirmish there. Two-handed swordsman is not being queued on up. He does not have enough resources for champions. Champions may not be a good idea versus these arbalists. So seems more damage there, trying to get Ricardo up. Red has a significant number of trebuchet on the field. He does swap between swordsman. Champion's on the build queue. He's not going to need more skirmishers. He's at pop cap as well. Skirmishers push way forward. Gave it damage on those villagers. Got some spearmen being researched as well, or being fought on the field. That may be an oversight. Champions be more than enough to deal with light cavalry. And he is going for mass spearmen. He's going to need to get out some pikemen. He can't go all the way up to halberdier. And there's champion research there. The light cavalry pushing forward. It does go engage the Infant Castle Rangers. Not something great. Arlo's not firing away, just trying to get some good chip damage there. And all of Red's trebuchets have gone down, impressively enough. And Science Castle has been saved. 4 champions on the build queue. Right now the champions do have 4 pierce armor. There's one more line of... Yep, there's more pierce armor being on the researcher's way as well. They should give what, additional 2? So that should put on the 6, which is good. Yep, now he's at 6. Argos are do 10 damage, so they do 4 damage versus these champions, which is good. Cavalier gets annihilated there. If he overkills champions, that's good for Cyan. He does have the skirmishers here for fire support as well. Red's trebuchet's now engaging Red's, or Cyan's trebuchet's engaging Red's castle. He's trying to hit one of them, but of course, they don't have defensive castle fire here. Red's champion's trying to, or Cyan's champion's trying to advance their way forward. Does save that trebuchet there. Make it only 1 trebuchet at the moment. James now moving to engage the other set of light cavalry, and he does save the other trebuchet. And this keep does quickly, or castle does quickly go down there. The champions were not a good transition. More skirmishers or a heavy cow would have been better. Red's now eyeing for another castle up here. We've got some Cyan heavy stone walls here. Got some longbows in this region as well. Currently only have 10 range and 9 elite longbow, and doesn't have the yeoman research as well. Red should try to apply some trebuchet here. Side's trying to sign the counter barrage. This does spot that keep there. Light cavalry now pushing along the flanks. Red does pack up the trebuchet. May still go down the fire. Does avoid all that additional fire there. And now Sai's running some regular archers. I'm not sure why he's doing that. Like maybe misclicked. Eyeing for some samurai now. Samurai, while they can do both longbow, it's still not a great counter to them. Trebuchets do take a bit of fire there from the champions. 1 trebuchet is almost gone down to 1 health. Does get hit by another trebuchet shot there. Science Castle will go down to this next volley of trebuchet. Like having trips forward, Cyan has 126 villagers, one has 130, so very similar amount. Skirmishers push way forward, let's get damage there. How this castle going on up. I got some more trebuchet hits there on this castle. Trying to deal with it. Red design for Mass Castle. There's one up north, one down south. When it comes to field resources there, this gold deposit is very critical. Design needs to contest it. Design does have all 5 relics. He does have a small gold reserve. Red has no gold reserve. It's gold that's remaining on the maps, all he can fetch, so that's why he's really trying to get this gold deposit there. He may want to get another lumber camp on this side of the gold deposit as well. Now these light cavalry trying to stream on in. They will find the pikemen. Champions now may be able to connect with some of the arbalists, but it's not a whole large number of them. There's not a good enough number of them. Elite skirmishers still push way forward, getting some damage from the light cavalry. Down south, this castle does quickly go down. Red needs to send a force down there to stop those villagers from gathering up the coal. Light cavalry are not being dealt with. Can't go with hussars. That's why you only see light cavalry. Red still has a sizable force here. And that mining camp, this one has gone down to the trebuchets. This one to stop villagers from mining, destroy the camp. Light cavalry not to push way forward. We'll find some champions and skirmishers in the way, but luckily they can overwhelm them. Arbalists advancing on forward. Halberdiers now researched by Sign, able to deal with these light cavalry, no problem. These light cavalry now push way forward. The rest of this gold here is being cleaned on up, so this gold deposit is basically the last gold deposit on the map. Both sides of the lane are really high for finding it. We got some halberdiers here trying to stop these proxy stables. Red does force some villagers inside the town center, more light cavalry going along the flanks. More harvest fire into the mill. And now the champions are streaming their way forward. The champion transition was horrendously bad, in my opinion. Going for more and more champions and not being effective enough. Red's Arbor still going forward. Red is going to maintain good gold collection from this gold deposit here. Champions need to get down here and stop them. Sign knows about it, there's an outpost here plus his own mining camp. And now those villagers are going to get hit by these champions. The mining camp itself will go down with this volley. Nope, that's actually trying to hit these arbalists. Does get a couple kills on those arbalists. Does force back those villagers. Signs like cat or resurrect like cat trying to overrun these trebuchets now. Champions here to defend. One trebuchet has gone down, another one's close, does go down as well. Now we got additional towns provided by Cyan here. Arbalists making their advance. Arbalists gains good damage there on these champions. So these champions sort of go down to these arbalists. More of these champions pushing forward against some good damage there, hitting these light cavalry pushing forward. But still nothing to engage this group of arbalists. Red has been very cost effective with most of the engagements. He's able to put a lot of pressure on his opponent's villagers. Right now, Sign has 106 villagers, Red has 108 villagers, so both have lost some villagers. Pikemen do start going down there, or halberdiers. Another skirmisher does go down as well. We got a good number of forces here, including a couple samurai. Like cavalry and halberdiers push forward. Villagers duke inside the town center as well. Light Cavalry does go down there. Barracks does go down there. They still got the good number of Arbalest in this region. Champions have been streamed in one at a time, so they'll get annihilated. A lot of overkill there, honestly. Skirmish now be able to connect with some of the Arbalists. Both players are down to minimal gold. Now Light Cavalry just overrun these Hussars. In the lack of any halberdiers to stop these Light Cavalry has been a bit of a problem. More champions being streamed on in. Sure, champions are good for Light Cavalry, but still not a direct counter. And the champions have not been any useful versus Arbalists. Only one Arbalist went down last time I checked. So it was 45, now it's 44. Red's going for another castle here as well. Science time for more elite skirmishers, more champions. Light Cavalry still pushing me forward, taking out some more of these skirmishers. Sign does have some halberdiers hitting some of these various villages as well. Both sides have lost a number of villages there. Sign's actually up to 144 somehow. Also means Red has a larger population space for military. He's been maintaining pop cap. He's been down to no reserve resources there. Deputies probably doesn't have a good amount of reserve resources either. But his Arbalists have been very, very cost effective, that's for sure. Still see more signs to walk up the squares there, and still just the various infrastructure at the beginning of the game. Harvest up pushing forward, more champions being blown on out. Time for some monks here. He still has all 5 relics, which is very, very important. He does have a decent type of gold. And the gold down here appears as still being collected by Red, so Red still has an actual gold income. Like how they're not hitting some of these villagers, Sign does have expendable amount of villagers. And not so much anymore. Moving forward, Monster does eject all those relics there, so it looks like Sign's slowly being knocked out of the game. In my opinion, due to a horrendously bad transition to champions. He should not have gone for champions against Britons. It may have worked against other civilizations who don't have the plus 3 range of potential upgrades. Only plus 2 right now currently. The plus 2 range makes a big difference, and Sign does cast in GG now. This is Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. So, now look at the time, that's probably going to be my last replay tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.